Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, June the 12th, 2024. Wednesday, June the 12th. I'm getting a little better, just a little better, y'all. Let's start off by Laura. She asked Alexis to come over and she gives Alexis the Heather's medical file. But first she tried to talk about, her displeasure in the invader posting that article. And Alexis, she goes, I trust you didn't have anything to do with it. And Alexis says, well, no, that was whatever his name is, Fritz, Franz, whatever, over the gossip column. He did. She says, however, I'm editor in chief. And the article is, like free speech. I mean, she didn't defend or say she would have written, put that out, but she stood by it. She's like, you know, like in other words, Laura, you are opening this can of worms. Things are going to happen, right? And she told Laura, she says, look, I have to tell you, you need to be prepared. And she's looking through Heather's file. And Laura was like, okay, so, how would you proceed? And she goes, let me stop you here. I can't proceed anyway, any kind of way. I'm not an attorney, Laura. I went to a hearing, and in my opinion, it didn't go well. So you're going to have to find a lawyer that will take the case. And she's looking through the record. She says, but this is a unprecedented case. I think you'll find a lot of lawyers to take that case, right? So Laura's thinking, and I'm like, Laura has always used Martin. Where's Martin? Martin will take the case for you, Laura, Sister Dia, right? So, and then Alexis tells her, you know what, Laura? You're going to have to be careful what you wish for. And she goes, no, I want to make things clear. I am not trying to get Heather released from prison. And Alexis looked at her and she says, Laura, you cannot predict the outcome of this at all. What you are setting in motion, because you're setting it in motion, it affects people, the people she's killed, their family. It affects just the community. It affects a lot of people. No, no, I'm not saying she shouldn't be serving time for what she did. Really, Laura, really, what are you saying, chick? What are you saying? And so Alexis says they could reduce some of the years off her sentence. They could remove her and put her in a, not a maximum security prison, or they could set her free. So you're going to need to think about it. Take my advice, Alexis tells her. Walk away. Just walk away, Laura. How could I do that when, the cobalt poisoning caused her to do these things? She deserves a fair trial. Mm-hmm. She's going to get that woman free, and that woman's going to kidnap their grandchild, and it'll be, thank you, Laura. That's what you wanted, Laura. Because, see, all you have to do is tell Heather. Heather could set motions in play to have her sentence appealed herself without Laura being the guy, the bullet on this. So Laura's going to get what she wants, and I'm happy because Jeannie Francis, it's summertime for us, which means they're taping 2 months down the road. So she should be exiting right about now because she doesn't work during the summer. So we should see her taking a nice long vacation like she always does. So let's see how they're going to write her out of town for her usual vacation, which is the whole 3 months. So we'll see. Now we have Sonny. Sonny went to Kristina and Blaze is at Kristina's. And Blaze was going to leave the room and give him some space. And he's like, no, 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 I want you to hear this. And oh, boy, they're having Kristina. Boom, that she looked like she could drop that kid tomorrow. But anyway, he apologizes to her and he's so heartfelt, teary-eyed, and she's teary-eyed just looking at him. And he's saying, she goes, what happened? Because she just wanted to know what happened. And at this point, Blaze had left the room because she heard Sonny's apology, and it will never, you should have never seen that. I should have never lost my temper that way. And I don't ever want you afraid of me. So Blaze finally says, you know what, I've got some calls to make. And then Sonny's telling her, then Kristina said, what happened? Dex, he was talking to friends, he was talking to family. He shouldn't have been at that wedding. I'm sorry, Sonny. Chase invited him. Chase is the groom. Just like Brooklyn invited you. She was the bride. Dex had every reason to be there because his fellow co-worker wanted him there. Sonny. And he was just peacocking, you know? And I told him to leave me alone, and he grabbed my arm, and I lost my temper. And Kristina's just looking. And I'm thinking, wow, you sure took out a chunk of the story. You didn't say it pissed me off. So I followed Dex. Dex didn't just grandstand up to Sonny. I followed him, got him out in the corridor alone, threatened him, and he grabbed my arm saying, I'm not your enemy. And then I lost my, no, the way he made it sound like Dex just goaded him into the beating. And Kristina's just looking like, yeah, but that you did it. That's you. Ooh, you did it. So he then gives her this gift. It's a toy, and it's the same little stuffed animal that he gave her when she was a baby, gave it to Alexis to give to her. And he goes, you would not be separated from this. And she goes, I remember this. He goes, your mother would have to wait until you went to sleep to take it out of your hands to get it away from you. And oh, that melted her heart. And he was like, if you tell me to go and you never want to see me again, I'll just watch you from afar. I will just still love you, but I'm going to just, honor your wishes. But anyway, she says, no, he goes, but I miss you and I love you. And she goes, I miss you too, Dad. And I love you, but, she's just looking. So anyway, they parted, of course, on better terms, of course, right? You knew he was going to wear her down. Sonny then goes to the Metroport pool and he sees Jason and Carly talking. And he comes up to Jason and he says, I'm just letting you know. I know Anna feels that I put the hit out on you, but I want you to know I didn't put the hit out on you. And he goes, by the simple fact that I'm not arrested, you didn't tell Anna that you feel it's me. And Jason says, well, to be honest, in the beginning, I thought it was you. But no, I found out it absolutely was not you, Sonny. He goes, well, I'm happy that you know it wasn't me. And he just looked at him like, yeah, I do. And he goes, Jason, I really, really wish I could believe you, wish I could trust you, but I just can't. And Jason is just looking at him like, you know what? You can if you want to. If you don't want to, you can't. I mean, what am I supposed to do about that? Jason is so cool. He just looks at him. And Sonny just walked away. Now, what I liked is Carly did not interfere. So then we're still at the pool. Cody and Sasha, they're too cute. Sunscreening, he's sunscreening her up and they're talking, relaxing, even though the Quartermains have a huge pool. And they said, but you know what? Olivia comping them there makes all the difference. He goes, because look, when we're in the Quartermains pool, it's like we still at work, which would be true. At any point in time, somebody could come to the pool looking at Cody and Sasha and say, Sasha, can you heat me up some ravioli? Now, mind you, it's in the fridge. Microwave is next to the fridge, but they would come down to the pool to get Sasha to heat something up, right? So I could see they had to get away. And I'm surprised they even mentioned the word comp, use of the facilities. But Olivia was comping them drinks too. Because look, that whole community uses that Metro Court pool like it's the summer community pool. When in reality, most hotels' swimming pools are for their guests, right? But the Metro Court has been for any and everybody that want to go to the pool. We go to the Metro Court pool. We not stay there. Look, the guests may not even be able to get in for all the community in that pool, but that's okay. So they were cute, just talking and having fun. She was trying to urge him to tell Mac that he is his son. He goes, because he goes, you love little James. I could tell by the way you talk about him. And he goes, love? Love is a strong word. I mean, I like the little fella. She says, Cody, James is your family. And it shows the way you treat him. She goes, don't you think it would mean so much more to James if he knew that you were connected to him? You were family? Because see, in reality, Mac is not Maxie's father. Felicia is the mother. Frisco's the father. So Cody really is not related to James at all. No. Yep, not at all. He would only be related to Robin because Robin is Robert's son. So Robert Scorpio would be Cody's uncle. So Robin he would be related to, but not any of Felicia's kids. Well, now Georgie's dead, so not Maxie. But anyway, that's cute. So you could tell Mac is getting ready to make an appearance real soon because he came back to work a couple months ago. I think on the 1st of May, he was back on the set, which is really, really good. Then they have Molly and TJ. Molly finally tells TJ about Sonny, and he blows up. No, he would. You should have told me right away, but I'm happy I know now. And he's gearing up and he's getting ready to barge out of there. She goes, wait, TJ, what you doing? I'm getting ready to go to Kristina and I'm going to tell her she has to cut all ties with her father until after the baby is born, blah, blah, blah. She was on a bathroom floor crying and excuse me, everybody, goodness. I'm emotionally upset. No, that's our child. And I'm not standing for it. And she goes, TJ, stop. Leave Kristina alone. She's fragile enough. And he's looking like, now he's blaming her. I knew we shouldn't have used her. I didn't want to use her, but you wanted to. And she goes, whoa, hey, hold on. You agreed like I agreed. Yes, you did. No, that's because I love you and I wanted to, you really wanted Kristina to be our surrogate. And she goes, and you agreed. She goes, it is too late now for you to have these kind of, input. And she goes, we should have waited, but you wanted a baby right away. And Molly looked and said, you wanted another one? Oh, see, she goes, no, No. She goes, but I'm going to tell you something. Kristina can cut us out. If you go over there and you make her dig her heels in even further, TJ, New York State, this baby is Kristina's baby until she signs over adoption papers. Okay, to me. Other than that, Kristina can keep this baby, our baby, and we would not have a say in it. And the law is on her side. Oh, I knew it. That's why it should have been a stranger. And he's going on and on. And Molly says, you know what? You cannot blame me for wanting a biological connection to our child. See, you don't understand what I'm going through because you are biologically connected to this child. Okay, that's your child. But at least this baby is my blood. And so, and she goes, and we didn't want to wait. And so she's, tearing up and crying, but not boohooing. And TJ's like, I got to get to the hospital. So he leaves. And I'm like, okay, watch. TJ's going to beeline over to Kristina's. He's going to. And he's going to make it worse. And it'll be good for you, TJ. Good for making it worse, right? So after TJ leaves the room, he shuts the door, and that's when Molly breaks down. Oh, she's crying, crying, crying. And Blaze is talking to Kristina because Kristina's crying, and Blaze comes out the kitchen saying, I knew I shouldn't have left you alone with him. And she goes, no, that's not it. And she's just talking about the little toy, how he bought this for the baby. And I had one when I was a child, and she's talking. And Blaze puts her hand on Kristina's stomach, and she says, I wish this baby were ours. And Kristina kind of looks at her like, I can make that happen. She's like, really? So Kristina already is falling in love with this baby. Now her partner Blaze is cool and if the baby were theirs. When TJ comes over showing his behind, Kristina's gonna be Kristina. And I'm gonna just cheer her on. Not that I really want her to keep the baby, but I'll cheer her on because how dare him? Shut up, TJ. Shut up. So that's it, everybody. That's it for the daily recap of General Hospital. I will go to comment corner. I'm going to start from the top down. Eva says, would it be horrible if I say they should send Violet to boarding school? Finn is going to have a long road to sobriety. Brooke, Lynn, and Chase may have to end up adopting her if she's going to stay at the Quartermains for a long period of time. Nah, they won't send Violet to boarding school. She's a intricate cast member. I mean, for when they choose to have her in a storyline. Nah. I am says Violet's picture was added to the opening actors. She's the only minor added. That's true. Denzel says, and I'll read a couple paragraphs of Denzel. This is why Chase and Brooklyn should listen to Tracy of the outcome to Finn and his drinking problems, that he isn't going to listen to nobody to get him help. He has to stop himself, and taking sole custody of little Violet from Finn will cause more problems and damage. Yep, that's true. At first, I wanted both Chase and Brooklyn to get sole custody of little Violet. Then looking at it, I just changed my mind. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want little Violet to see her father in that condition, how he looks, because you don't know if Finn would what he would do or react when he's drinking, when he goes off on his daughter, little Violet. You know what? I'm not even going to say, because I was going to say, I don't think, yeah, you know what? I don't know. However, I do know this, and not defending Finn, but sometimes, depending on our emotional states, with loss of family, other children, with loss of siblings, our kids have seen us in some devastating, uh, emotionally charging situations. Because as their parents, we are people too. Now, we do try to shield them. And honestly, for one, if Violet were home, Finn would have tried to hide it. He would have waited till Violet went to bed and then drank his little heart out. I mean, and realistically, how many of us have put our kids to bed and then drank? Come on now. It's probably not a one of us adults on Daily Recap Land, unless you just have a reason or you don't like alcohol, haven't gotten way tipsy, because I know I have. Okay. So, right now he's just going through it. But if they show a scene where he truly neglects little Violet, then I would have a problem with Finn. But right now, he knew that little girl wasn't going to be there. And his main concern was cleaning up that apartment before she got home. So we shall see. Eva says if Case was a good FBI agent, he already knew about Sam and Spinelli. He had to have Spinelli within. He had to have known Spinelli was inches behind him, going through his things. I know. I know. P. Merrill says, I don't know. He didn't seem to know anything about Jason except he worked for Sonny. Remember, he asked Anna where might Jason go when he was shot on the dock. Eva said to P. Merrill, see, the writers get me upset when they write they don't know what an FBI agent does. Kate should have known all the places Jason would go. If he doesn't bust Sam, especially Spinelli, for doing what they do, then he needs to turn in his FBI badge and go work at Bobby's. Patty says, I like Brennan better than Kate's, but Anna, no, I don't. I do not trust her at all. I know. I'm with you on that, Patty. Patty says, I saw the light of recognition in, who was that? Katessis? In Katessis' eyes when Sam said, oh, you mean Kate's? Okay, Kate's eyes when Sam said her husband went MIA for years and came back out of nowhere. He knew, I think, who she was. Yeah, I think at that he knew she was talking about Jason. And then he even said to Patty, I totally agree. He thinks he's being slick and trying to get information from Sam. But he's not slick enough to get information from his own self. User says, Finn doesn't need to be working on any patients right now. That is so true. Lucy says, I wonder where is Valentine Cassadine? Jacarly says, I think that Violet is either going to get hurt or see Finn all drunk and act out. That's when he will agree to let Violet go with Chase and Brooklyn, and Finn will go to rehab. I wouldn't let him. Well, you said I would let him work on any patients, but you mean I wouldn't let him work on any patients. And Jacarly says, I thought that Finn threw one of the glasses against the wall, but there were two glasses. And then Lori says, no, he threw Elizabeth's keys when she left. Yeah, the keys that she dropped in the glass. He took them out the glass, those dirty, nasty keys, and he threw them against the wall. And then he took the glass and finished drinking the alcohol that was in it, because you know what? Alcohol, the vodka, that kills all the germs. Didn't matter that them nasty keys were in there. When she put them in the alcohol, they're fine. Alcohol's still fine too. Anyway, all right, everybody, that's Comment Corner, Comment Corner. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.